All right, I haven't done a strange happening in a little while. I was just thought about some kind of funny little things, stories that happened. Not really strange, just kind of funny and comical. I have stopped by the side of the road to help a couple of people, a few people in the past, and a couple of them were really interesting. Back in Arlington, Texas, cold. It's like winter, early in the morning, heading to work. It's probably about 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30. But two ladies, one pregnant, walking on the side of the road and needing a lift. I'm like, really? This is a kind of hilly neighborhood. And it's like this early in the morning, it's literally freezing outside, and they're not really dressed appropriately. So it's like, wait a minute, let me see if I can help. What if there's a problem or trouble or something? And they just needed a ride somewhere. It turns out there were two prostitutes, pregnant prostitutes, that needed a ride somewhere. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll give you a ride somewhere. And they offered their services in trade. And I'm like, no, that's all right. I've got to get on to work. So it was kind of funny. It's like, should I have? I don't know. But anyway, it would have been interesting. But anyway, I told them I'd take them wherever they needed to go. It was just way too cold, especially somebody pregnant outside. So I took them, and I thought, that's just really, really an odd one. Another time, there was a van, this is in Arlington also, on the side of the interstate, needing a tire changed, and an older gentleman was trying to change the tire on a van, or starting to do that. I'm like, oh, he's going to have an issue being a little older gentleman. Let me stop and help him. So it's no problem. He appreciated it. So I was getting ready to jack the car. He's like, I said, you got anything big or heavy in the back that you need to take out, or anything, that might shift or anything? He goes, well, there's kids back there. I'm like, what? Maybe you want to get the kids out of the van. He up in the van, and 12 little angels jumped out. Little kids, halos, little wings on, little white robes. And it was near Christmas, and they were going to go do a little Christmas musical. So like a dozen little children angels jumped out of this whole van off the side of the road. It was really odd. So I was like, that is kind of funny. But managed to get his tire changed, and then they were off and running. They had one of the little wimpy tires. I said, you don't drive as fast, and try get it replaced pretty quick, because these are just temporary tires, just to get you where you need to go to get a new tire. So, be careful with this one. So hopefully they were all okay. But that was funny, from pregnant prostitutes to little angels running around. So it was kind of like, well, that is interesting. Another time, another funny, it's like, why do I end up these funny, weird things? On my way to work, again, really close. It goes down in a river bottom. I mentioned about a bridge over there, a little creek and stuff in another video where my tie rods broke. But at this time, there's a lady walking on the side of the road in nothing but her underwear. And that's it, bra and panties. Actually, no, just panties. I think that was it, just the panties. That's it. Walking on the side of the road, and a guy in his underwear chasing her, kind of running after her. It's like, so I stopped. It's like, what is going on here? And I guess they had some kind of argument. The car was parked up there. The car had a problem and issue. The car broke down. It's like, you're both kind of in your underwear here. It's middle of the day pretty much, and you're she's upset, and he's running after her. It's like, she really should be dressed better. But she did not want anything to do with him whatsoever. And I guess she had a ride coming or something, so I didn't need to help out. And I told him, I'd be happy to stop and call some assistance if he needs assistance with the car or anything like that. And he looked in. I have, for industrial hygiene and safety, a black case in there. It looks like a gun case. And the shirt I happen to be wearing looked something like a police officer would wear for my safety uniform or whatever. And I think he probably thought I was the police. And he kind of freaked out. And no, everything's fine. No problem. Everything's fine. I'm like, yeah, it looks like everything's fine. You're running down the road in your underwear chasing a lady in panties. That's everything's fine. All right. Hopefully that all worked out for him. But it's like some of the oddest things on the side of the road. When you stop and try to help people, it's like, wow, sometimes people really need help. Odd.